How's it going, you guys? It is time to talk about tulip bulbs. My tulip order just showed up to the house yesterday, and I have bought a few other tulip bulbs with me planning to buy even more. So I want to go over what I've already ordered and what I need to do to prepare that. Me being in zone 9A, I need to do what is called pre-chilling my bulbs, and we're going to go over all of the steps that need to happen for that and what needs to happen in lower zones also. So we're going to do full tulip bulb and basically just anything bulb related for the spring show in the garden. We're going to go over all of that today. So let's jump into it. So there's going to be a lot of information that is sent your way during this video. And I'm going to start off by saying if you don't know what your growing zone is, it is a really simple fix. Just Google what is my growing zone and then your zip code, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. So we're going to quickly now just go over what I have sitting here. I think I'm going to start with my Colorblends order, which Colorblends is really cool because they do come in these super heavy duty crates, and you can buy them in bulk, and when you buy them in bulk you get a much better price per bulb. So I think we're going to start off going over what's inside. I think I need to grab something to cut these. We're going to start with the ones on top. They're right there. So first thing that I picked up is a tulip called Claudia, and I have grown this one before. I picked these up from, I think, Lowe's. Yeah, I picked these up from Lowe's. They're so beautiful. They're a little bit of a smaller tulip, and this was $5 for 6 plants, so kind of expensive per bulb wise after you shop at Colorblends, but still I picked up a few bags of these. I picked up 4 bags of these. I think last year I'd only picked up 2 bags of them, and I immediately wanted more of them, so I picked up 4 bags. I think I would like to probably go back and maybe pick up 4 more bags. They're a really beautiful tulip. They have smaller bulbs than normal tulip bulbs, and not huge blooms. Honestly, they didn't really look like tulips that much. I don't even know what they look like, but they didn't look like tulips. I think it's mostly because of how like pointed these are. They're just really pretty ones. I love the purple with the white edging. It was really striking. We had it by our front gate. It actually might have been 2 years ago. It was definitely 2 years ago because last year I didn't plant any tulip bulbs. So 2 years ago we did that, and that's when I did the Klaus Dalby style of growing tulips and daffodils, which was an amazing show that we had in the garden, and I would love to recreate that again, maybe in future years. The next thing that I picked this up when I was down in Ventura, and these bulbs are huge in comparison. This is Apricot Beauty. That is so pretty. I love that pink color. I only picked up 1 pack of them. 8 of them. I think I would love to have just fields of this. You guys, I really just easily reach for pink colored flowers, and this was no exception when I saw it. Really pretty. It says that it's a more fragrant one, and they get 16 to 18 inches tall. So we'll see. Let me see. Does this tell me how big this one gets? The ones from Lowe's, I've always noticed, don't give you very good information. It says 18 to 24 inches, but I remember them being a little bit shorter. Probably like 12 inches is what I remember them being like, but that was 2 years ago. Next thing that I ordered, I also picked up, these were $7, and these are some double snowdrops. We have a few snowdrops on the property, and I thought having some double ones kind of scattered under the willow tree, it might be really pretty. So this is just a little tiny pack of 7 of them. I only picked up 1 of them. It was $7, so $1 a bulb, and the bulbs are really tiny. Then after that, I picked up some alliums, and these are Purple Sensation. Alliums are an onion. You can see them right here, and you were not growing them to eat them as onions. You were growing them to enjoy the beautiful flowers, and this was $7 for 8 of them. So that's actually a really good deal. I think that was better than I saw anywhere else. And these ones that I got are from Bulbs Dig Drop Done. These are supposed to be about 28 to 32 inches tall and have a pretty good size of bloom head on them. I've never grown alliums before. I've wanted to, I just never did. So I'm really excited about growing these. and bloom time on these is a little bit later in springtime. I'm trying this year, I would like to pick up a few more bags. It might be a little bit late for me to find some more, but I'm trying to find things that bloom early, mid, and late, so I get a whole show for much, much longer. In previous years, I've only bought one type and they'll bloom mid, and then I just get a show in the middle, and then I get a show in the middle of springtime, or I get a show at the very end of springtime. So this year I tried to be more thoughtful with what I was purchasing and buying ones that bloom early, mid, and late. So now we're gonna jump into the Colorblends order really quick. It doesn't look like anything because there's no pictures of them, but I will pop pictures up on the screen of what I did order. This is so exciting. Okay, so my order and what came in here. This crate right here has 2, 3. Wow, there's a lot in here. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I'm gonna find time to deal with this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this very first one right here, they come in these little bags. They come labeled just like this. This first one here is called Mary Poppins. These are my daffodils, and they are so incredibly cute. I had seen them on Monty Dawn over a year ago, and I fell in love with them when I had seen them immediately. I knew I needed to find them and add these to the garden. So I was so excited to see them on the Colorblends website. They had been on my mind for months before I had actually found somewhere reputable to buy them from. So this is a really exciting find. There's 100 of them. I'm planning on doing a whole bunch in little terracotta pots and also kind of scattered throughout the landscape. I don't know how well these ones will come back for me, but I am so excited. It says to plant these guys about 3 inches apart, 4 inches deep, and they bloom very early. This was a splurge, and this was more exciting for me. That's the one that I'm probably like, I don't want to say the most excited because I'm really excited to have tulips in the garden again, but that's the one that I'm really excited about. I mean, daffodils, you can find them anywhere, but this one is a really special and unique one, and they're very tiny and just very sweet daffodils. I paid 46 cents a bulb. I bought 100 of them. That was the minimum order, and so it was 46 bucks. When the bulbs arrive, place them in the refrigerator for 6 to 12 weeks according to your geographic location. So we are in Northern California, and what they recommend is Northern California should get about 6 to 8 weeks of pre-chilled. I'm gonna shoot for a little bit longer than that. They say that you cannot over pre-chill your bulbs, so I'm gonna go for a little bit longer. Longer is better than under pre-chilling them, so we're gonna go for a little bit longer. Your bulbs will be ready to plant late November, early January. They do not recommend planting in the middle of January. So after that, it might be a little bit too late. It'll kind of be, they won't have enough time in the ground to start waking up. Pre-chilling mantra goes like this: more is better than less. You cannot over chill your bulbs. That said, spring flower bulbs must be planted in the fall, early winter at the absolute latest. So we're gonna go for that. We're gonna go for probably closer to early in the winter time, just so my bulbs get plenty enough time, because we can have days that randomly during the fall time and winter time that will shoot up to be really hot. I'm talking like 80 degrees in the middle of winter, and then it'll shoot back down, and I just don't want these guys to start waking up and then all of a sudden it gets cold again. So we're gonna shoot for a little bit longer rather than a shorter period of time. These are the clear water. These bulbs are massive. So this is 100 bulbs right in here, and that's what I ordered. I ordered 100 of the clear water bulbs. Wow, these are beautiful. They bloom mid to late, and these are gonna be some big holes today. I need to get a bulb auger. I paid, what did I pay for these? I paid 48 cents per bulb, and so they were $48 for these. I may have went a little overboard when ordering, and it may have been one of those things that I was sitting on in my cart for a while, and then when I finally decided to pull the trigger, and I had to not think about it ever again. I've never spent this much on bulbs, and now seeing what I spent on them, I don't know if I'm going to be picking up even more tulip bulbs. Oh my gosh, I spent $553.15 on tulip bulbs. So this is going to be a beautiful show this springtime. Wow, I cannot believe I did that. Okay, Anyways, Clearwater tulip is a really beautiful, large, huge bloom for a tulip, and I think that the white is going to be super striking. I think my plan is to scatter some of those with the other one that I ordered, which is the Shocks and Struts. I'm going to scatter those, mix them up. I'll do 100 of those and maybe 150 or 200 of the Shocks and Struts under the front window that we have, so you get like a really, really good show from those. I'm still a little bit shocked that I spent that much money on these. Oh man. Okay, it's okay. Still worth it. So that's those. Anyways, we're moving on. Looks like the rest of this crate in here is Shocks and Struts. Each one of these bags being 100 tulip bulbs, Shocks and Struts. And so that means that there are 10 bags in there. I bought 1,000 Shocks and Struts, and Shocks and Struts is a beautiful mix of tulip bulbs. I'm really excited to have that beautiful pink color scattered through the garden. I don't know where I'm going to find the space to put 1,350 bulbs. I'll find space. It's worth it. Anyways, beautiful. It is. So it says that it has pinks, reds, salmons, and oranges in it. They at the 1,000 mark, so ordering it in a like much larger bulk price, it was 33 cents per bulb. And so that is why I kind of ordered a much larger quantity. I've got my computer right here. I'm gonna look up cost for smaller orders on that one. I think most of these are already sold out. Bulbs are something that you need to order if you want them. I ordered these, let's see, does it even say? I ordered these in July. So if you're wanting very specific bulbs, you have to order very far in advance. So these ones are, I think all of them that I have are sold out already. Colorblends sells out really fast, and it's not something that you can order when you're wanting to buy them at that time. So this will be for you guys for next year, or if you're finding bulbs locally, the information that I'm providing. Shocks and Struts, if you order them 100 to 900, it's 39 cents per bulb. 1,000 to 6,000 or 5,900 is 33 cents, and 6,000 or more it's 29 cents. So I knew I wanted like quite a few of them, and honestly, like I think I was gonna do like 600 of them, and then I decided to hit that 1,000 mark, and it was about the same price. So I spent a little bit more money and got way more bulbs. So Shocks and Struts, really excited about that. And the last one must be in this bottom crate. What is this? I didn't even see this. Oh, look at this little paper clip, or this clip. It's a magnet. It says Colorblends on it. I love that. That's going on my fridge. Okay. A little postcard. The Tulip Museum in Amsterdam. And more about instructions and care. Oh, this is cool. This shows you a lot of things. So this thing right here shows you about fertilizing, it shows you about watering, sunlight, and it kind of goes over spacing, like for irises, hyacinth, crocus, daffodils, fritillaria, gladiolas, pretty much everything. That's really cool. These are so heavy. Okay, next one. Oh, they're right here. I missed them. So this last one that I ordered also 100 of them, and this is the Sane, and I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. I think I remember somebody telling me how to properly pronounce it, but I don't remember anymore off the top of my head how to pronounce it. This one is a really, really beautiful, soft color of a tulip, and this is one that kind of reminds me of the Claudia a little bit, but different. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same, just a little bit more creamy It's a really pretty one. Same very pointed petals, creamy outer edge though, where the Claudia is a white outer edge, and this has more of like a pink center, and then the Claudia is a very purple center. And I ordered 100 of these, and at 100, so with this one, it was 25 to 75 bulbs. It's 84 cents per bulb. And then at the 100 mark, it goes down to 57 cents per bulb. So I kind of thought that you really do get your biggest bang for the buck the more that you order, and hitting that 100 mark versus at 75. I mean, you're paying more than you would for 100. So bought the 100 of those, and I do think it was well worth it. This is a lot of bulbs. So the first thing that I'm gonna hit really quick now that we've gone over all of the details about these bulbs is pre-chilling, and that is super, super important for those of us that are in warmer climates. Zones 7B and up, zones 10 up to 10, you need to pre-chill your tulip bulbs, and it needs to happen for a minimum of 6 to 8 weeks. And what I mean by pre-chilling our bulbs is that they need to go into a refrigerated space. And the only problem with that is if you're ordering in large sizes like I am, that putting them in your household refrigerator might not be the best. You also need to make sure that tulip bulbs are not stored anywhere near fruits and vegetables, because fruits and vegetables, especially things like tomatoes, avocados, and other things like that, they produce ethanol gas, which is not harmful to us at all, but it is harmful to tulip bulbs. So those need to be stored in an area where they're not anywhere near any types of fruits and vegetables, just to be safe. Otherwise you will kill your tulip bulbs, and after you spend $500 on tulip bulbs, you want to make sure that they have the best success. So mine will be going into a mini fridge that we have into the shed that is pretty much dedicated only to my fall bulbs, or to my spring bulbs, I guess. So putting those guys in that refrigerated space is going to help them. They need a chill period. And if you're in a zone 7B, you could probably get away with going outside, but it is best practice, just in case your winter isn't cold enough, to put them in the fridge. So there are certain things that don't need to be pre-chilled. Those would be things like your daffodils, your narcissus, hyacinth don't need to be pre-chilled, paper whites, your snowdrops, alliums, things like that don't need to be pre-chilled for our warmer zone. So you can go ahead and just plant them in the fall time like you would if you were in a colder zone, how you would do with your tulips. So if I was in a colder zone, what I would be doing is I would be waiting until we get closer to our first frost date, and then I'm going to go out and I'm going to be planting all of these bulbs. But because I am not, I get to do all of that in the very late winter. I'm doing that, planting them out where we don't really get snow, so it's not something that I have to worry about. That's why, you know, zone 7B and higher, you need to pre-chill them because they need that cold stratification in order for these bulbs to have the energy, and then they know now to wake up once it starts warming up. Here in warmer zones, they don't know what to do, and so they start to wake up, and they'll either be really short or they won't even produce a bloom at all. So we got to pre-chill. Those of you in colder zones, you need to, in the next couple weeks, probably start thinking about planting your guys' bulbs out for next year. So my Mary Poppins here that I have, these guys are not going to go in the fridge. They're going to go ahead and get planted out in terracotta pots, and they should be waking up here for us probably very early in the springtime. We usually get a spring show of all of our daffodils and our tulips before a lot of other people. So when you're pre-chilling your bulbs though, they need to be pre-chilled for a minimum of 6 weeks up to 12 weeks. And I usually hit for about that 10-week period. So I'm gonna read really quickly off of the Colorblends website of what they say to do, because they have so much information. I have my computer here because they know what they're doing, and I'm gonna try to follow them to a T this year. So it says, when do I pre-chill and when do I plant? We suggest you order your bulbs before the end of September for delivery around the middle of October. So we're at the beginning of October going into the middle of October. If you don't have space to pre-chill your bulbs, like if you don't have a drink fridge in the garage, or you don't have another little mini fridge like I have, Colorblends will pre-chill your bulbs. It's an additional $30. which is not that bad. And you tell them how long you want your bulbs chilled for, and they will take care of it. It's 30 bucks. It doesn't matter how long that you're having them pre-chilled, whether it's 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever it might be. And then they will ship them out to you when you want them. You just have to tell them the date that you want them and that you want your bulbs pre-chilled, and they'll take care of the entire thing, which is really, really nice. Not many companies do that. And the 30 bucks just pretty much covers the cost of their electricity. So I think that is it for those of us that are in warmer zones, what we need to do. If you guys are in a colder zone, it is about time for you to start planting those bulbs out. You guys should be getting them. You should be getting your orders here pretty soon. And by next month, by November, it is time for you guys to get your tulips in the ground, especially before you start getting frost and snow. You're not going to be planting in the snow. We don't get snow here, so I don't know what that's like. But you guys get your bulbs in the ground this fall time and start your show. If you're wanting to do that Klaus Dalby show like I had done a couple years ago, this is also the time you're going to need to fill up all your containers with the soil and do all of your tulips in there and let them sit out in their containers so that they have time to get cold enough to be able to give you a beautiful show this springtime. So I think I'm gonna go clear out my fridge and we're gonna go pop as many of these guys in the fridge as we can, and then I think I might have underestimated the space. So I'm gonna have to look online and see if I can find another I'm gonna have to find a drink refrigerator, I guess. One for our garage that we don't have. So let's go look how much room we have in the little mini refrigerator out there. I think it's gonna be enough to store these bags and maybe one bag, because this thing is huge and these bulbs are massive in comparison to, I mean, can you guys see the size? Like, this is tiny in comparison. I'm gonna open this. I want to show you guys just so you guys can see. So this is the Clearwater and this is the Claudia. You can see a size difference, and this is not even the biggest bulb that I saw. So huge bulb, teeny tiny bulb. You can see, so this is gonna be a big flower. This is gonna be a much smaller flower. Oh, there was a bee. Oh, no, that's a bug. Okay, no thank you. No thank you. Let's go see how many I can fit in there. Okay, so we're in the shed now, and the fridge is way too tiny to be putting 1,300 bulbs plus in here. So I'll probably be able to fit 500 in here. So I'm gonna take 5 of these bags and just be able to pop them in here. You can probably do 1 down below like that, and then 2, and then 2 more. And then I should be able to take all of these individual bulbs, and I'm just gonna pop these guys in the door because there's plenty enough room. So all of these are gonna go, well, not my snowdrops, they're not going to, they don't need to be refrigerated, but all of the tulips need to just be piled in here, and I'll be able to kind of stack this a little high and fill the section that I have here and here with more bulbs. So I am gonna be on the lookout, I guess, for another refrigerator, because this is not going to be enough, and I would actually like them to all be able to be stored together, and this will solve problems long term. So the plan, I think, is to look online for another refrigerator, but I'm sure a lot of you guys will be ordering in much smaller quantities than this. So if you are ordering smaller quantities, a little mini fridge is perfect, or just have Colorblends pre-chill your bulbs. But if you're just going to be buying locally and you don't have room for even a mini fridge, I would say just make sure you're not storing any fruits or vegetables in your drawers, and just keep those areas where you are going to store your bulbs. But it is still a little bit of a risk. You want to make sure that tulip bulbs are kept away from those fruits and vegetables, because fruits and vegetables do let out that ethanol gas, which is, like I said, not toxic to humans, but it is toxic to your bulbs. So I think that is going to be it for this video, you guys. I'm going to go inside and do some research on finding myself another one of those fridges, because I definitely need it. So yeah, so I hope you guys learned something about your tulip bulbs, what you need to do for them, and I can't wait to show you guys all the show this springtime. It's going to be so pretty. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye, guys.